Hi, it's Kristen. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some of our favorite early elementary readers. As I mentioned, my name is Kristen, and if you're new here, I'm a homeschooling mother of 4 young children, and on my channel, I just love to share about our homeschool journey. I love to share kind of day in the life videos as well as curriculum reviews and some of my other passions like healthy recipes, healthy living, things like that. So if you love that kind of thing and you're new here, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and stick around. So I feel like one of the struggles I had when my daughter's in 1st grade now, and she is doing the Good and the Beautiful Level 1 language arts, and she's doing really, really well in it and loving it. And I feel like at the beginning of the year, I really had trouble finding books for her to read that were like, on her level. I had trouble knowing what level she should be reading at, and where she was, and how would I know if I was going to buy a book online, is she going to be able to read it? It was kind of difficult. So I would go to the library some, but I found that a lot of the books at the library weren't, they were kind of like silly books, I guess, which I don't know, there's nothing wrong with those really, but I like ones that have more like moral stories and, high standards, things like that. And so it's taken me a while to kind of figure out what books are like that and which ones we really, really love. But we have a pretty big stack here that we've acquired over the last school year that my daughter has just been loving working through. She'll read some of them over and over again because she loves them so much. So I wanted to share that with you today because, like I said, it was something that I kind of struggled with. I wasn't really sure where to find these really good books for, beginning readers. So I'm going to start with some older books that maybe you've heard of before, or some that you could probably get from your library, things like that. And then I also have quite a few from the Good and the Beautiful library. So if you're unfamiliar, you can go to thegoodandthebeautiful.com and you can take or give your child a little reading assessment, and they'll tell you what level they are, and then you can look in their online store and see they have a bunch of different levels of readers for your child, and you can say, okay, like my child's reading at a level 2, and then these are the books that you can choose from. So I found that really, really helpful. I have quite a few from the Good and the Beautiful, so I'll share those with you later in the video. I'm going to start with some of the more common ones, like I said, that you can find from your library or inexpensive on thrift books. If you're unfamiliar with that, it's a really neat little website and app where you can get used books from. I use that a lot. So let's dive right into looking at these books. So the first 2 that I have here are Amelia Bedelia. So you may have heard of these before. These are pretty silly books, but my daughter really does enjoy them. So we picked up 2 of those. She's read them multiple times and really enjoys this. The next one that I have here is Frog and Toad All Year by Arnold Lobell. Super popular book. This is, an I can read book, and we love this one. All my kids love it. It's super fun. We also have another one by Arnold Lobell, Days with Frog and Toad, it's called. It's another I can read book. Really, really simple words in here. Definitely great for 1st grade for sure. The next one I have is by Abeka. So this is a book for the Abeka reading program, which we don't do, but at our local homeschool bookstore, they had a ton of these readers. They were super cheap. I want to say less than $1. And so my daughter really does enjoy these. Some nice pictures in them. And this is level 1B, whatever that means, I don't really know, but this is a great level for my daughter. She's loving reading those. Possibly her favorite book of all are the Little Bear series. So I only could find one. She takes them with her everywhere. We probably have some in the car and some in her room. Some in backpacks and stuff from the various places we go, but I think there's 4 or 5 in this series. I could be wrong. There could be more, but this is also an I can read book. So this one's Little Bear's Visit. It's by Elsie Minarik. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but my daughter loves these books so much. She's I frequently find her reading them and giggling and laughing about things, and she's like, you'll never believe this. She'll tell me a story, which is super cute. And it's funny because my mom told me that she used to read them when she was a kid. So I didn't realize that they had been around for so long, but they're definitely a classic and a great book to add to your homeschool collection. And another Arnold Lobell book, which we love Arnold Lobell in our house. My husband, I think he said he grew up reading these books and his mom reading them to him. So this is another I can read. This one's level 2, but this one is Owl at Home. We love that one. This next one is, I believe it's by All About Reading, which is a reading curriculum. I got this one from Thrift Books because I heard good things about it. It's called Beehive Reader 1. We like this one. The stories are very, very simple and short and not colored illustrations, but it's a good book. It's a good book to have for sure, and you can get it pretty inexpensive on Thrift Books. And next we have the Christian Liberty Nature Readers. So it took a while to get my hands on these. We have book 1 and book 2. I think we may have book 3 somewhere as well. These are really, really neat. So it says on the back, it says, the Christian Liberty Nature Reader series is designed not only to improve a child's reading skills and comprehension, but also increase his understanding of delight in God's wonderful creation. So this is basically a nonfiction reader, which is really neat. The stories are very fun to read, and they just kind of cover like a certain type of insect or animal, and it talks all about it and where they nest and what, you know, it's like once their babies hatch and things like that. And they really learn, my daughter really learns a lot by reading this, and the stories are really nice and short. I would say that the vocabulary stretches her a bit, so she definitely will need to ask us, you know, what does this say? What does this say? Which is totally fine. I think it's good to stretch them a little bit. You don't want it all to just be too easy for them. But she really does enjoy this one, and it's a series, and so this is definitely a good one to have as well. So let's move on to the Good and the Beautiful book. So all of these are from the Good and the Beautiful library, and I'm pretty sure I'm missing a couple I couldn't find. As I mentioned, my daughter will like put them in her backpack and take them to gymnastics or karate or wherever she's going. So I think I'm missing a couple, but anyway, I'll show you what I have here on hand. All the books that we've gotten from the Good and the Beautiful library have been wonderful. She loves them. The illustrations are beautiful and just really good, high moral standards. We know everything that comes from there is just super, super clean, and anyway, I just love that. So the first one we have is a series, and this is called Treehouse Town. I know that there's another one. There's 2 books in this series we got as a little like boxed set. So this is the second book, and this is level 2 reader. And so this one is super fun. The illustrations are adorable. My daughter can read this without any issue. So this is a great one. The next one that I have is also level 2, and it's called Maria's Many Colors. Just a super cute book as well. Pretty short and nice illustrations, just like everything by the Good and Beautiful. The next book I have here is The Little House on Stilts and Other Stories, and this is also level 2 by the Good and the Beautiful. So this one has multiple stories in one. The illustrations are very vintage looking, which is really neat. And the last book I have from the Good and the Beautiful library is this one, Mr. Apple's Family. This is a level 3 reader. This one does not have colored illustrations, but very vintage looking illustrations, and the words definitely stretch my daughter a little bit. This is the next level up, but we really enjoy this book as well. So that's everything. I really hope it was helpful to you. Everything that I can link down below, I definitely will put down there for you. Don't forget to check out Thrift Books like I mentioned. This is not sponsored or anything by them. I just like to use them. I usually get most of the books off of there for like less than $4 or $5 usually, and they do free shipping if you order over $10 or $15, something like that. So really good deal over there, so check them out if you want to. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. It's really, really helpful to me and my channel to know what kind of videos you guys like seeing. And if you have any questions or video suggestions or things that you'd like to see from me, definitely feel free to leave them down in the comments below. I love to hear from you guys, and I respond to every single comment. It's just so fun to me to interact with you guys there. Again, thanks for watching this video today. If you're not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button and stick around for more videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Life is a winding road,